during your day.
And number one whenever and wherever you want to talk sports.
Now it's time for Monty in the Morning.
Hey, yo, man. How the heck are you? It is Monday, January 24th, 2022. What a frickin' weekend of sports it was.
Oh, yes.
Yes. We also had a frackin' amazing time frickin' around on the frackin' mountain. And, you know, the cough is still here a little bit. Much better today. Anyway, point is, the cough is still here.
Yeah.
No, I haven't had COVID. Tested negative 5 times. It's fine. But other than that, you know, it's a couple of casuals. So how about the Jazz comments over the weekend, Jay?
Damn Jazz fans.
The best ones are where, like, some dude comes into the comments, he's like, you guys are casual. You guys are just a couple of casuals.
You're casual.
What do you know?
Apparently.
I love it. You're casuals.
You're casual.
Yeah,
Come on,
look, you casual.
Come on, man.
Pricks.
Come on, that's the best you can do in the comments?
Yeah.
Well, you're a casual.
I
Yeah,
love
thanks,
that.
dude. Everybody says that to us. Appreciate it.
Should we give him the almighty? I mean, since, you know, he said we're casuals.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Here, let me move this.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Should we give him the almighty?
I mean, we can.
The guy who commented about us being casuals? And I don't mean the Xbox Series X that we're giving away. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. All you have to do is subscribe. We're talking about a much larger package.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, set your package on the table, Jake.
Yeah.
Woo! That thing is huge. Look at that thing.
Size does indeed matter, friends.
That is a PS5. 8K power. So here's what we're doing.
Okay, I'm going to take this down now because it's very large and encumbering, and, you know, I just...
Yeah, you're intimidated by it. So to win this PS5 right here, all you have to do... Wait, don't move it yet. All you have to do is follow us on TikTok. The Monty Show, MONTY, The Monty Show _ at the end. The Monty Show _ at the end. That is to win the PS5 8K power. Yo. So it's a TikTok follow contest. Once we get to 4,000 followers on TikTok, we'll give this away. Okay? The Xbox Series X, all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel and then tag us on social media. You can tag us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. All of them are The Monty Show. MONTY, The Monty Show. You must be subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you are listening on audio podcast, this is not rocket science.
You're casual.
Just subscribe to the... If you are listening on the audio podcast, go to themontyshow.com, which takes you directly to our YouTube channel, and hit subscribe. That's all you have to do.
And by the way, for
yes.
the PS5, I just would like to add, you know, yeah, you just have to follow us, right? Like, you just, that's all
TikTok.
that's required. But
On TikTok. Follow us on TikTok.
On TikTok. You have to follow us to be entered to win the PS5.
On TikTok.
However, you may or may not be able to help your cause by, you know, tagging us in TikTok content that you've created and stuff and machinations. So.
Yeah, if you tag us on TikTok comment, or if you create a TikTok video to try and win the PS5, your chances probably are better. Just saying.
Just saying.
Everybody's melting down.
Oh, God.
JP Steve Santa Shanahan says first. Kenny says Jazz are injured. I'm so sad. Tanner says, morning, guys. Glad Karen Rodgers lost.
Who the fuck are you?
You guys can ship that PS5 over to me if you want. Jeremy Bolton says, well, hello there. Chris Karn says, guys, did you even watch any sports this weekend? Nah, we're casual.
You're casual.
Yeah, we're casual. Don't. Kenny says, so Mike Conley for Marcus Smart, or is it too soon?
He's a bum.
Edgar Garcia says, a freaking Jazz are on a downhill spiral, unfortunately. On the other hand, oh my God, that Bills KC game.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I like Star Wars, but I'm not a crazy fan. Okay.
You're a casual.
Yeah, you're a casual. I got news for you right now. The Utah Jazz are in big trouble. The injuries last night to Rudy Gobert's calf cost them the game. If Rudy Gobert's in the game on the last play of the game, there's a much better opportunity that he gets a putback, right? Hurt, not in, they lose to Golden State. On a night where Steph Curry shot 1 of 13.
Yeah.
You look at Bojan Bogdanovic, if his knee injury is significant, and we have no indication it is or is not, we don't know. He stayed in the game, scored 20 points, and they lost. You look at Donovan Mitchell in concussion protocol. I do not buy into the rumors that Donovan doesn't have a concussion. He simply is, they're trying to trade him. I have not heard word one that is the case. I know a lot of people asked about that over the weekend. I do not believe any of that. I have not been told that in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But what I do believe is the Jazz are in serious trouble. You are now looking at falling below that number 5 spot in the West, heading into the All-Star break. And that is a brutal place to be. Absolutely brutal. And as you trunch through this to the NBA trade deadline, which is on February 10th, I mean, this has to be impacting the thinking of Ryan Smith and Danny Ainge. It has to be. Mm-hmm. I don't see how it isn't. And you know that the Jazz right now are one of the most active teams on the phone trying to make a deal. Jake, my feeling is that activity level has to pick up.
Yeah, it's going to pick up, and I think that as long as the Jazz continue to trend down for whatever reason, whether it is injuries or otherwise, while you're trending down, I think it just incentivizes the front office to get this thing going. And in terms of I'm not going to call it a rebuild, but in terms of making deals and moving guys and getting the process of remaking the roster going. And I don't think they're going to do a thing where they're, the worst team in the league level rebuild, but I definitely think there's going to be some guys who are moved, like we've been saying. So, I think, the reason you're bad or you're going the wrong direction almost doesn't matter at this point. Right now it's injuries, concussions and calf strains and knee issues and whatever it is. But I just think overall the Jazz are just in this weird place. They're a good team, but they're going through a lot of stuff. And it is what it is right now. I feel like that's the best way to describe it. You as a Jazz fan can be really pissed that this team is losing. But I don't think, it's not the fault of any individual person. First it was Quinn wasn't playing more than 7 guys. Now it's injuries and concussions and COVID. I mean, what's next? What's the next hurdle they're going to have to jump over? So I just think that this team is good enough to get into the postseason, but not good enough to win anything. And that's a really tough spot to be in. And I think as Jazz fans, you have super high expectations that they're going to go out and make an NBA Finals appearance, and they're not equipped to do that right now. So, yeah, I think, being that you're sliding down and you're 7 games behind the 1 seed or whatever it is, and, you're just not in a great place, I do think that accelerates the process of trading guys. I think that they will pick up the pace for sure.
Well, I think you have to pick up the pace, and I think, frankly, a lot of times you have an idea of what you want to do, and then circumstances either back that up or dictate a change. And right now, I think circumstances are dictating a change. You're not going to win an NBA championship this year. Even at 100%, I think most people agree, the Utah Jazz are a cut below the best teams in the NBA. It will be interesting to see exactly what this Jazz team does. You're asking far too much out of Rudy Gobert defensively when he is not in the game. I think it's very clear that teams attack the basket even more. Andrew Wiggins just going right at Rudy Gobert repeatedly last night. Jordan Clarkson getting dropped by Poole last night. The defense is the issue on this team. You have plenty of offense, but your defense is going to struggle. And it's not that you lost to Golden State last night. That's not the issue. The issue is you continue to lose to inferior teams because they are built to attack your weaknesses.
You're losing games you should win.
And I would agree with that. You are losing games that you should win. But now you're back-to-back against the Phoenix Suns, and I just think the Phoenix Suns are the best team in the NBA right now.
Yeah, back-to-back against the Suns heading into the Grizzlies. Good luck, right? I mean, that's really, really difficult. And we told you early last week, I specifically mentioned that this stretch from, I want to say I think it's the 17th of January all the way through, I think, February 6th or whatever it is. They play a ton of playoff teams. They play a ton of really good teams, a ton of very athletic teams. So this stretch is going to test the mettle of this team. But I was getting DMs last night from Jazz fans saying that the Jazz are unlucky and that, they should have won this game. And I agree with half of that. I agree they should have won the game, but I don't think they're unlucky. I think they turned the ball over a lot last night. I think as much as you talk about their defensive, deficiencies, if you will, last night, Gary Payton II had, 3 gimme layups on just straight-up turnovers that he just stole the ball from. I think it was Clarkson, and then one was Bogdanovic, if memory serves. So if you take care of the ball more and you're not throwing the ball away and not turning it over, you probably win this game. And that's the thing, too. Like, I think last night you played far from your best basketball, right, in a tight game against one of the best teams in the league. So it's kind of this conundrum. I do think Quinn Snyder was better last night in terms of his coaching and his tactics. I do think that the Eric Paschals of the world need to get more minutes. And now we're not the only ones saying it, You've got Tony Jones saying it. You've got the beat writers saying it, I look at Trent Forrest. Holy crap.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that we're something other than casuals?
You're casual.
Are you sure?
You know what we are?
Americans.
We're U.S.
Americans.
We're
for
U.S.
sure.
Americans on this show, okay?
The local media is now finally starting to pick up on our talking points.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
You bite your tongue.
Well,
these lies are anyway. My point is we've been telling you for a month that this bench is better, and since these injuries, I don't think there's any question that you're starting to see that guys like Eric Paschal have earned the minutes.
mm-hmm.
Guys like Eric Paschal belong in situations where they're getting something more than 5 minutes a game. And Trent Forrest is, and how do I put this gently? In my opinion, Trent Forrest is not an NBA caliber player, but he is your most athletic guy off the bench at the wing position. There is no doubt about that in my mind. And his ability, which is probably his only ability, to attack the basket is exactly what this team needs. Because for all that he does attacking the basket, Trent Forrest can't shoot his way out of a paper bag.
But I think, I don't disagree with that. His form is we went to, y'all remember that 50-point Bogdanovic game against the Nuggets at home? I think that was last year. We were at that game and we were specifically watching for Trent Forrest in pregame to see what they were doing to develop him, and they weren't doing anything out of the ordinary. But it is very clear that shooting stroke does struggle, and last night that was still on full display from the free throw line. But I will disagree. I do think he's an NBA talent, but I do think there's a lot of work to be had with him. Like, I think one of the things he's really improved on is the mental side of the game, understanding what to do based on what the defense is doing to you. He's worked on that a lot.
Listen,
you can
Jake,
see that playing out.
As Rudy Gobert plainly demonstrated last night,
mm-hmm.
if you cannot shoot a three, you probably shouldn't be attempting threes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Trent Forrest is a guy that's got an ugly jump shot.
Mm-hmm.
He has got an ugly free throw. Here nor there. He needs more minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And this is the frustrating part to me is the Elijah Hughes situation.
Mm-hmm.
We need more Elijah Hughes in our lives, right? And I think we need more Eric Paschal in our lives. Now we're going to get that, right? Hassan Whiteside needs to come back. He is very clearly your best option at center. But Eric Paschal is showing you, he took on all 5 of the Warriors last night and got fouled underneath the basket.
Yeah, I like to refer to Paschal as a brute. He's a guy that'll knock down a 3 here and there, right? He's not a great 3-point shooter, but he will make a couple a game. And his highest value to you is just his ability, offensive or defensive, to just battle guys and just be a presence down there and bump guys.
I also think one of the things that we need to point out is that this is a Warrior team that, yes, is one of the best teams in the West. And they're without major contributors as well. Klay Thompson missed a game last night. He was a late scratch with a knee injury. Obviously, Draymond Green's a huge loss for that team, however long he is out. I mean, it's not like the Warriors aren't injured as well. And Steph Curry might as well be injured. He was 1 of 13 last night.
Which is the other scary thing about this game, if we're just talking about the game. I mean, you had the Warriors. You were there. And they still found a way to win the game with Steph going 1 of 13. And by the way, Steph's having a bad month, which is kind of unbelievable for a guy his stature. So I just think that this team is just living in the gray area, and it's really tough. Again, I know I keep saying this. I don't mean to be repetitive, but again, you're good enough to make the postseason, but you're not good enough to win anything, and that's a really brutal spot to be in. On top of the injuries and COVID and all the stuff you're dealing with. So I would rather them, frankly, I would rather them be bad for a minute in an effort to get the money right with their cap and everything than trying to stretch out this roster as much as possible to try to get to like a Western Conference Finals, which you're not going to get past. That's what I'd rather see them do.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that you should deal, guys. You should be making significant trades at the deadline. I think if you're not playing for a championship, what's the point? We're going to talk about the NFL in a minute, but Tom Brady is not here to win playoff games. He's here to win Super Bowls. And you know what? Hey, as much of a dirtbag, scumbag, jerk, loser, non-immunized jagloaf.
You're Aaron fucking Rodgers.
I mean, the guy made a good point. I don't want to be part of a rebuilding team.
Yeah, I've been immunized.
Like I think if you're not playing for a championship, I am a firm believer that you are wasting your time. What are you doing here? If you are not competing for championships, what are you competing for?
Your paycheck.
Because basically, the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears are on the same level right now. Right? I mean,
what did you really do any different than like? I know on the surface it sounds kind of ridiculous, right? But if you think about it, why are you playing the game, right? It's the old who said it? You play to win the game, right? Like that's what you're doing here, and I just think anything less than playing for a championship is just not, that's not going to be good enough, and that's why it's funny to me that. What is it now? What has it been? 2 weeks now since we first talked about the Donovan Mitchell trade rumors?
Yes.
Since then, you've got the local media calling us hacks, and you've got a bunch of people in the comments saying we're idiots, and it's like, dude,
casuals.
Casual.
You're casual.
We're casuals.
You're casual.
Yeah, casual. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, Cool Kids Club, right?
Thank you.
Point is, if you're not playing, if you're a guy like Donovan Mitchell and your team's not playing for a championship, if you're Aaron Rodgers and you're not playing for a championship, if you're Tom Brady and you're not playing for a championship, what are you doing? I mean, it really begs the question.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's really difficult to watch this happen because I think Jazz fans you're going to get a hard stop here, either at this NBA trade deadline or in the summer. If I'm the Jazz and Bojan Bogdanovic is not seriously injured, I'd trade him. If I'm the Jazz and Joe Ingles has value, I would trade him.
Jingle and Joe?
If I'm the Jazz and Mike Conley has value, I would trade him.
Yeah.
If I'm the Jazz and I can move Rudy Gobert's contract, I would trade him. You need to remake this roster, and you need to build around the strengths of Donovan Mitchell. Because right now, you are singularly built around Rudy Gobert, which is a mistake. You are built around the wrong guy on this roster. I don't know how many times I can say that.
Yeah.
You built this team to the strengths of Rudy Gobert, and you are paying for the weaknesses of that decision.
Yeah.
Because this is a team that is reliant, and I mean heavily reliant on Rudy Gobert's defense. When he is out of the game, this team cannot win games defensively. They can score with anybody. The offense is not an issue. When Rudy Gobert is not playing, this team is so incredibly susceptible defensively. And I got news for you. When he is playing, they're a little bit better, but Rudy Gobert cannot do this on his own. All of that to say, I continue to be a proponent of tearing it down as soon as possible. I would have done it in the summer, this past summer, but you can't go back in time. Do it now and then continue the project in the summer.
Yep.
And make trades, Go and get draft capital, get as many picks as you can get. You have nobody that's going to bring you a first-round pick that you're going to trade because they're not going to trade Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
They're not going to trade Donovan Mitchell. Go and get as many second-round picks as you can get. It is that simple. And get draft capital, suffer for a year. You would, frankly, you would love to miss the playoffs if you're truly rebuilding. Miss the playoffs for a year, then come back next year and compete again.
And I think the only question about that would just be how Donovan feels about that, and that's the tricky part, And again, this is why I always compare the Donovan Jazz situation to what was the Devin Booker Phoenix Suns situation, because if we all remember how bad the Phoenix Suns were in prior years, but there was growing frustration. And there was some serious smoke and fire about Devin Booker leaving to be a Laker or on another title contending team. And then again, all of that stuff happened. The front office change, all the guys they brought, like they did the whole thing. They remade the whole thing. And that, I just can't help but feel like that's where Donovan Mitchell is at right now. He's in the same place that Devin Booker was in. And I'm not saying that Don's trying to leave tomorrow. But what I am saying is what we were just discussing. For guys like Donovan Mitchell and Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and all these guys, being on a mediocre, hey, we're just kind of trifling in the divisional round kind of team, if you will, in the NBA, being at that level is not going to be good enough. These guys are not waiting around for that. So I just think that it's unacceptable not to get this thing going as fast as possible. Because would it not be foolish to say to yourself, yeah, we can make one trade, and all of a sudden we're going to be in the Western Conference Finals? Because I'm not even talking about the finals yet. It's dumb to talk about the NBA Finals for this team right now because you haven't even gotten to the Western Conference Finals. So to me, if I'm Donovan Mitchell, I'm sitting here and looking at this team, and I'm like, all right, I know that moves are coming. Donovan Mitchell knows that. Mike Conley knows that. Everybody on this team knows that. The question is, when is that going to start happening? And that's what I think we have to pay attention to leading into the trade deadline.
Yeah, I think it's got to happen sooner than later. I do. I mean, if you look at these back-to-backs with the Phoenix Suns, you play the Suns today and Wednesday. The Wednesday game, Phoenix is here. You're at the Grizzlies, you're at the T-Wolves, home for the Nuggets, home for the Nets, home for the Knicks.
Listen to these teams, man.
I mean, this is the worst part of the schedule to have a calf strain.
This
on
is
Rudy
the ass
Gobert.
kicker, man.
This is the worst time in the schedule to have Bogey hurt or Hassan out or you got to get Donovan's brain right.
It's the worst time to have injuries combined with not playing your best basketball.
Yeah.
Notice I didn't say they were playing bad basketball. Injuries combined with not playing your best basketball, because I think we can all agree they're not playing their best basketball right now.
Yep. Don't forget we are giving away a PlayStation 5. Are you gonna whip this thing out every time?
Man, I'm getting in the gym here, guys. Yeah.
How on earth? There you go. Giving away a PlayStation 5. All you have to do to win this PlayStation 5 is follow us on TikTok, The Monty Show, MONTY, The Monty Show, with an underscore at the end. That's it. It's that simple. We're gonna pick a winner on TikTok. By the way, are you gonna be all right over there? Do you lift? Do you even lift?
Bro, I'm a casual.
Yeah, you're a casual.
I'm a casual. I can't lift,
We all know you don't lift.
Right.
By the way, as well, we are giving away this Xbox Series X. All you have to do to win the Xbox Series X is subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tag us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, The Monty Show. MONTY, The Monty Show. Jake is SLC Supercars.
Yeah, and get your friends in on this. Like, get your people here, man. Like I'm telling you, these are the top of the line. Both of these are the top dog at their
Series
respective,
X.
Places.
PS5 disc version, by the way. Everybody was upset that we were only giving away digitals. Well, we got you some disc content.
Yeah,
now.
this is disc too.
Let's go. All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Monty Show, MONTY, The Monty Show. And frankly, if you just search Utah Jazz on YouTube, we'll come up. If you just do a Google search, The Monty Show will come up. If you're listening on the podcast, if you're listening on anywhere, just go to themontyshow.com and hit subscribe and you're in. That's all.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
Come on, let's go.
Let's read the comment section. All you casuals.
Yeah, casuals.
You know.
You're a casual.
Yeah, probably. I still like Kenny's comment. So Mike Conley for Marcus Smart, or is it too soon? You know, I just it is what it is.
Is it too soon?
You know, Jeremy Bolton says, you know who else screwed their team? Alex effing Caruso. Dude can't help his team on the bench now. How about Grayson Allen?
Bro, you're hold on. Whoa, hold on. You can't be serious with that take, bro.
He's not.
Come on, guy. Come on.
He's a casual.
Come on, guy.
You're casual.
And he's trolling you.
Yeah, come on, guy.
You don't think that's a troll? Come on. Kenny says Jazz are going to stop. Jazz are going to be bare bones for a hot second. Truth, Kenny. Tanner says, I don't get it. Why does Quinn not trust his bench? You don't like playing young guys. I'm just going to call you Shanahan because I can't keep reading JP.
Shanahan.
Steve. JP.
Who are you?
Ask Steve Shanahan.
Who the f*** is that guy?
Because he says, why does everybody pronounce my username long? Because it's too long and there's too many similar letters, and I'm a casual.
You're casual.
So your name forever now is Shannon. Your name forever now is Shannon. I hate you so much. Hard to see Rudy playing tonight. I would agree, James Knight. C. Sheever says, I'm going through the grieving process with the Jazz. I have come out of the depression phase, entering the acceptance phase. It's actually quite liberating.
And as you can see, I'm going through some shit right now.
Yeah, it seems like you are. Shanahan says, to be fair, the game was close, injuries and all. Well, both sides had injuries.
Yeah.
You know, Tanner says, James Knight, Conley, and Bogey better not play tonight. It's not worth it.
So what? This is just a throwaway game?
Is that
what we're saying?
You have to play Mike Conley. Frank H. says, Jordan Clarkson and Ingles need to go. Jordan Clarkson got drizzopped last night.
Yeah, Buddy took a seat.
He got dropped.
So you better check yourself.
Yeah, wow. Tanner says, casual should be on the next T-shirt. Yes, it should. Thank you.
You're casual.
There you go. Eric Devera says, I was hoping Don would learn how to facilitate while Conley is still alive. Oops, sorry, healthy. Also, wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Owned.
Wow.
Think that's HIPAA?
Also, if Don improves his defense, would be amazing as he can then lead the Jazz by example. Truth.
Agreed.
James Knight says there's only two players on the roster that give Rudy Gobert the ball. It's Conley and Ingles. You don't want Rudy Gobert to have the ball.
Yeah.
Let him rebound, throw him lobs. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, this idea that you should throw the ball into the post to Rudy Gobert is bad. That is
unless he were to develop his game, which I know is some ridiculous ask. It's incredible to me, dude.
The other night, one of our favorite guys, one of the haters on the show, is this dude from, I think, Pakistan. I could be wrong. Somewhere in the Middle East. And he's like, yeah, don't throw Rudy the ball. Monty, you're an idiot. Are you still?
Afghanistan.
Yeah, are you still? He's from Afghanistan. It's fine. Are you still saying not to throw him the ball? And almost immediately, Rudy got the ball stripped in the post. I tweeted the video, and people were laughing at it.
What an idiot.
You cannot throw the ball to Rudy Gobert with his back to the basket. You can't.
No.
Because he can't dribble.
It's a turnover.
And he has a terrible habit because he doesn't have a back to the basket bag. He has a terrible habit of lowering the ball below his chest, and it just gets stripped from him.
You know.
This is not rocket science.
No, it's not.
That dog is not going to change his stripes. And by the way, for all the Rudy Gobert should shoot threes guys, hey, did you see that last night?
Okay, fuck you. How's that?
Guy almost broke the backboard, dude.
I don't think you want Rudy shooting
Jesus.
threes. I really don't. Tanner says, watch your tongue, Frank H. Whoa, comment dump. Hey, now. Watch your tongue, Frank H. Forrest belongs in the Jazz Ring of Honor. Yeah, remember all that.
Stop disrespecting me, bro.
Yeah, you know. Rec 1 says Don can improve his defense, but he will never be able to guard an elite wing like Bron or KD. And this is where you need to fix the defense to compete for a chip. Who guards Bron and KD? Those guys score when they want to score. You need him to be able to compete with guys like...
It's the second guy. Like, guarding Bron and KD is not... Like, I understand your logic there. I'm not saying that that's a dumb take, because it's not. I understand what you're saying, but I think the better example is, you know, the second-tier guy. Like, you need Donovan Mitchell to stop Malik Monk. You need Donovan Mitchell to stop... You know, any guy like that. You know, like if you're playing the Heat, you need Donovan Mitchell to be able to stop Tyler Hero. You know, you need him to stop that second guy that gets it going for like 25 in addition to Bron.
Because I'm telling you now, guys like Devin Booker, Klay Thompson, LeBron, KD, the elite scorers in this league, the DeMar DeRozans right now.
Yeah.
Arguably the best scorer in the NBA right now is DeMar DeRozan, 41 more last night.
Look at the Bucks. Bucks are a perfect example of what we're talking about here. You're not going to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo. You're not. He's going to score 30 points on you. It just is a fact of life that you can just write off and accept. But if you can hold Chris Middleton to 20, if you can hold Drew Holiday to 15, okay, now we have a better chance.
Yes.
I mean, those guys are still going to score, but we need to slow them down a little bit. And guys like Donovan Mitchell, I agree, have to step up their defensive game. But the problem is Donovan Mitchell can't fix Bojan Bogdanovic's slow-ass first step.
Totally agree.
He can't fix Joe Ingles' inability to even take the first step. Like, you can't fix that.
You can't get beat on a regular basis by every second and third. You can't get beat by the Houston Rockets at home.
He's a bum.
I'm with all due respect to the Rockets, they're like 13 years old, and they blew by you. Like, that's what cannot happen.
And that's what needs to be fixed on this team. That's one of the first, and we've been saying this for months at this point, I feel like. I mean, we've been talking about, the lack of athleticism on this team, which I feel like has been, a lot of people struggle with this concept. But what do you mean lack of athleticism? These guys are NBA players. Well, yeah, they might be in the NBA, but I think we can all agree Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood are quite a bit more athletic than Joe Ingles and Bojan Bogdanovic. I think we can all agree with that. Does Christian Wood shoot the three at as high or as efficient of a rate as Bojan Bogdanovic? Well, no. But he doesn't need to shoot the three because he can just walk by you and get a high percentage look at the cup. So that's the problem. So I agree with the, hey, Don's got to play better defense, take 100%. But I think that's just part of what kills this team on a nightly basis.
Barry wants to know if Venus in retrograde is why the Jazz are struggling.
You're casual.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not okay. So this has been a thing. Venus in retrograde.
What the hell does that even mean?
Well, that's astrology, my friend, which I know once every 18 months, Venus turns to retrograde. During this time, relationship and finances are turned upside down, and we reevaluate and reconsider the way we commit to others and use money. This time around, Venus will be in retrograde for 40 days and 40 nights in the Capricorn, December 19th through January 29th.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What the?
5 more days of fuckery. That's what this is. If it's truly Venus in retrograde, and listen, Barry, I appreciate you bringing that up.
Bro.
If it's Venus in retrograde, we only got 5 more days, and then the Jazz are winning a chip, right?
What the fuck does one thing have to do with the other?
What?
I believe that was tongue-in-cheek. Venus in
So
retrograde.
I said, yeah.
Yeah, but I appreciate the. I mean, hey, man,
Oh my goodness, dude.
Bro. Jeremy says yes. You played the "what an idiot" drop.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Snuka says good morning. Good morning, Snuka. Rec 1 says rest of the team at least fit the local culture and are willing to play in Utah. The local culture?
Okay, can you define local culture, please?
I'm sorry. Yeah, what exactly does local culture mean, Rec?
That's enough of that crap.
Is that like the little brother mentality we're referencing?
I'm not really sure what that means. Jeremy Bolton says, why don't you place the PS5 on the shelf where that sad excuse for a mascot is, a.k.a. Swoops?
That's offensive, bro.
First of all, it won't fit there because the packaging on a PS5, why don't you... I lift. The packaging on a PS5, it's massive.
Huge.
I mean, the PS5 package is massive.
Yeah, dude.
Should we just leave it sit? Like, it blocks the light. It is, the package is so big that our foreheads are covered by the package.
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of a big package, right?
You like packages on your forehead.
I want it.
Grow up. The PS5 is a TikTok giveaway. You must follow us on TikTok. We're going to give it away on TikTok. The Monty Show. Monty, The Monty Show. Please remove the package from my forehead.
Packages.
Thank you. There you have it. Tanner Plummer says, Jake, you're a casual lifter. Yes, he is. Shanahan says uninformed pundits or misinformed pundits. Okay.
Is that wait? Are you saying that that's who we are?
Is that what you want us to call ourselves
casual.
instead of casuals? You know.
U.S. Americans.
You know. Undefeated. Stop it. Juan Baracco says Steph Curry really had 13 points last night and we lost.
Yeah.
Yes. James Knight says, how are the Lakers going these days?
Wow, James.
Below 500.
I am
they lost.
so glad that you want to talk about the. It's funny how James now wants to talk about the Lakers. I really appreciate that.
Chris Karn says, stop talking about your big package. It's a family show. My
That's
bad.
it, Skippy.
Yeah, my bad. George Mitchell says, what is a correct choice in your view? How can become Utah contender team? Well, I mean, it's early to be drunk. I understand why you are. The Jazz are maddening. How can become Utah contender team?
And as you can see, I'm going through some
I
shit
mean,
right
that's
now.
all I can think of.
Oh,
You know.
dude.
You know. You know. Juan Barak. Jeremy wants to know if my sack got fixed. You mean the bursa sack in my knee? Yes, it's fine.
Bro, you did not fall getting off the lift this weekend.
Yeah, I did one time yesterday. I don't have a good relationship with the ski lift.
Come on, man.
It's a long story. You're absolutely right, Jake Shanahan says, when you say that Mitchell will most likely not remain content with this team tanking for a year for the purpose of getting better in the long term.
Yeah, see, so I think Don could get down with that. I think if the front office was like, hey, Don, this is the plan, then I think he'd be fine with that. But I don't, like, sitting here where they are now is just not going to work. That's not a solution.
Cam Harrison says the Jazz are terrible. Shout out to Mo Bamba.
Wow.
Shout out to Mo Bamba.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Tanner says, I think Shanahan just gave you your next T-shirt idea, Misinformed Pundits. Isn't that a great name for a band?
Yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
great band name.
We're definitely
Misinformed
going to roll
Pundits.
out with a You're a Casual shirt now.
You're
Yeah.
casual.
Yeah.
I think You're a Casual is a shirt.
Yeah, we have to do it. We have to do
I
it.
think
By
we
the
have
way,
to.
we still have, 7 shirts?
Yeah, we recalibrated the shirt. We apparently ordered far more shirts than we realized. Hold the shirt up now. See, this is marketing. So this is the shirt. We sent all the shirts out. We have 7 extra shirts now, XL and 2X. Yes, I hear you that you want small, medium, and large. Yes, we are going to have small, medium, and large. You're a casuals. You're casual. You're a casual.
You're a casual.
You're a casual. All you need to do is DM us, and then you can put the shirt down.
Oh,
now.
thanks. Sorry.
You're
My
welcome.
bad. Sorry.
$25 per shirt. We send them out every Saturday. You just need to DM me on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok.
You're casual.
Twitter or Instagram, really. The Monty Show, Monty, The Monty Show. You should place the Michael Rappaport vaccination quote on the next shirt. Well, you know, I mean...
Mr. fucking vaccination genius scientific expert, you fucking asshole.
He was referring to Cole Beasley in that drop, by the way. Tanner Plummer says this is a family show. Chris Karn, since when? Do the Jazz make a major blockbuster trade by the deadline?
I don't think so. I just don't think they have the setup. I don't think they have the... It just doesn't feel like the right time for them to make that huge move. I agree with what you've been saying, which is, hey, they may make a move at the deadline of some kind, of some variety, but that major franchise-changing move that basically signals the beginning of the teardown of this roster, I don't think happens till after the season.
No, I think they try to move. I could see a Bogdanovic. I certainly think Joe Ingles gets moved.
What do you think? Okay, so what do you think would be a franchise, that big franchise type deal? What does that look like?
Trading Mike Conley.
Okay, trading Mike Conley.
I think if
because you're not trading Don, obviously.
You're not trading Don or Rudy Gobert. I think, and again, as I reported last week, you know, NBA sources have told us that Donovan Mitchell is their untouchable. That Danny Ainge firmly believes they need to remake the franchise around Donovan Mitchell, and that they are not shopping Rudy Gobert, but people have asked about Rudy, and the Jazz have not said no. The only guy that they've routinely said no about is Donovan Mitchell. And I think if this if they're serious about remaking this roster, they will trade Mike Conley.
Yeah.
And he is, to me, he's the guy that's got the most value. So there you have it. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, The Monty Show, Monty, The Monty Show.
TikTok, by the way, my handle's SLC Supercars. Sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
All I want to say is TikTok, I'm noted that I'm not a huge TikTok person, right? But I'm trying to get into it more. And it is fun. So if you're not a TikTok person, just give it a shot. You know, like we said earlier with the PS5 giveaway, it is a TikTok giveaway. You know, but all you got to do is follow us on TikTok.
Yep.
DM us if you want, but it can't hurt your chances if you were to create some TikTok content and tag it in us related to the show. So
yeah, and I appreciate everybody who's following me on TikTok.
Oh, we getting people following?
Yeah, absolutely.
Call some people out.
We got a bunch. Well, hold on. Nida25 just started following us 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
Hi, Saya Boo Boo. I don't know how to say that. I don't know. Powering Potential. Marquez something or like. How do you guys have such difficult TikTok handles? Ski Sam, thank you. Isabella Passig, thank you. Go Utes.
Okay.
Hashtag Go Utes followed us. Appreciate that.
Sweet. All right. So, see, there you go.
So, follow us on TikTok to win the PS5. We are going to give that away once we get to 5,000 followers on TikTok, which we're really close to. We're at about exactly halfway there. Once we do, we have the PS5 we've been talking about all morning. All you got to do is follow us on TikTok.
And follows on TikTok go way faster than on YouTube, by the way.
Yes, they do. The Monty Show.
Yeah.
Monty, The Monty Show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There
Follow us there to win the Xbox Series X, which, by the way, I'm shocked how many people want this Xbox.
Oh, this thing is phenomenal. I'm Team Xbox, by the way, just so you all know. I'm an Xbox owner, have been for like 10 years. I love the Microsoft product, but the PS5, people love it. So that's why we got both. So if it was up to me, I'd be like, hey, let's just pre-order like 10 of these things and give them all away. But I know everybody wants PS5 too, so, you know.
Follow us on YouTube for the subscribe to us on YouTube for the Xbox.
Yeah.
Chris Karn, can we please talk NFL? Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
What was the best game of the weekend for you? I think you're probably Chiefs and Bills.
The best Cinderella story of the weekend was the Bengals victory. The best game of the weekend was Chiefs and Bills. Absolutely. I agree with the people saying that Mahomes, Josh Allen is the new Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Those two are going to fight in battle to the death for many, many years to come, dude.
I don't know about that. I mean,
why were you not impressed by this game? I really don't understand what
because
the
I think
is.
there was a lot of terrible defense played in that game.
But why does that make it a boring game?
Well, I didn't say it was a boring game, but people are talking about the Bills-Chiefs game like it was the greatest game anybody's ever seen. Was it the most entertaining game? Hell yeah, it was. It was fun. It was a fun game to watch. There's no doubt about it. But when I look at the games this weekend, I don't think there's any doubt that the Chiefs and Bills was the most entertaining game. I think the fact that I saw the San Francisco 49ers hopefully end Aaron Rodgers' career.
Yeah, seriously.
Felt really good.
Screw him.
Like, I mean, I was aroused watching Aaron Rodgers again after
You're Aaron fucking Rodgers.
Yeah, and you stand up on the podium, I'm undecided. Like you're fucking Tom Brady. Tom Brady's 45. He's won 37 Super Bowls. He's undecided if he wants to play next year.
Okay.
You, Aaron Rodgers, are a complete failure and a bust as a quarterback as far as like all-time greats. You're not an all-time great.
Yeah,
you're an all-time pretty good.
Yeah, you're an all-timer at showing your COVID. So
yeah, hey, thanks for showing up and losing to the 49ers in the playoffs. Same as it ever was.
How is it that at home at Lambeau you had exactly 7 points at the half? How does that work? Help me.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be an all-time great. You're supposed to be this guy who gets special treatment. Don't forget. I want everybody to not forget. Don't forget how late this guy came into camp. Don't forget how much of a diva this guy was. Don't forget how much special treatment this guy got. Don't forget it.
Aaron Rodgers isn't worth it.
And then, by the way, you went out and lost to the team that everybody thought you were going to jump ship to and that they were going to trade you to. So that's a bad look too, man.
My whole thing with Aaron Rodgers is this is who you are, man. You're a guy that loves the drama. You love being in the spotlight. You like telling people, well, you know what? After the game, Aaron Rodgers said, well, I don't know that I want to be part of a rebuild. I don't know. Okay, great. Retire. Aaron Rodgers is one of those guys that nobody will miss when he's gone.
Yeah.
Nobody will be like, damn, I wish Aaron Rodgers was still playing.
Everybody will miss Tom Brady.
Everybody will be like, and I hope you appreciated watching Tom Brady because I think there's a real chance he doesn't play next year. I think there is a real chance it's over. And when I look at the quarterbacks that played, there were some great stories. If you look at Ryan Tannehill, exactly who you thought he was going to be. Terrible interceptions. Joe Burrow, smoke another cigar, bro, because you are a stud.
Clutch.
Right? I look at Jimmy Garoppolo. You're not very good. That's why you scored 13 points. I look at Aaron Rodgers. You didn't throw a touchdown. You got sacked 5 times, and you blame everybody else.
And you lost at home, guy.
And by the way, I look at Matt Stafford, redemption. Absolutely validated the escape from Detroit.
Yep.
Absolutely validated. And
he
by
won
the way,
game that Jared Goff could not win.
And by the way, I look at Tom Brady at 44 years old, 30 of 54 for 329, a touchdown and a pick. If Tom Brady wants to be my quarterback, please.
Yes.
I have a helmet and pads waiting for you, dude. I mean, I don't want Aaron Rodgers on my team. To me, the story of the weekend were the quarterbacks, as always, it's a National Football League.
Yeah.
This is a quarterback league. There's no doubt that that's always the story. But I do not believe that anybody will shed a tear for Aaron Rodgers. You're a dick. Yeah. Nobody likes you. Your family hates you. Shaylee, whatever her name is, hates you.
Shailene Woodley.
There you go. Same thing. Who's not that hot anyway.
You're casual.
You should have stuck with Olivia Munn. She ain't that hot. You can call me a Shailene.
Bro, Shailene Woodley is fine.
Shailene Woodmaker is...
Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. She ain't nothing, man. Olivia Munn, please. Every day. Every single day.
There is no question.
If she wants to live in the garage and be my concubine, let's rock and roll, baby.
What do I owe this pleasure?
Hey, yeah, because she's amazing. Now, Danica Patrick, listen, Aaron Rodgers, I'll give you an out. Every guy makes a poor decision. Look at Jake. He broke up with a chick over text. Well, that was a really good decision. Anyway, the point is, everybody...
He broke up with you over text message?
He did. Everybody has their Danica Patrick. We all like dating teenage boys at one point or another. I get it, Aaron. But
next question.
Your COVID toe is not an excuse for absolutely sucking again.
Douche.
No pack, no, and I love it.
Facts.
Okay, I feel better.
Yeah, seriously.
Whew.
Now, that said, I can't wait for Jimmy G to get eliminated. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's true. Tanner says, Jake, we need what a loser drop for Aaron QAnon Rodgers.
Aaron QAnon Rodgers.
Oh, what a loser.
James Knight says, that's me, Nida25, guys. Nice. Nice, James. Appreciate you following us on TikTok. The team has lost trust in Quinn. They're not buying in anymore.
Tomorrow. We'll get into more of it tomorrow.
I just
think, so here's the thing with the NFL. This is my favorite time of year in the NFL. It's cool when we're in the regular season. Like, we all love to watch football, but this is what I feel like puts the NFL over the top compared to other sports. Like I'm a huge, baseball guy. That's, I love postseason baseball. But I think the reason baseball can't get over on the NFL is because the NFL is just so much more, I feel like, engaging and exciting for, fans. And I think it just was everything you wanted it to be. Todd Bowles, who's about to get fired for a dumbass blitz call that they didn't blitz on, that kind of storyline is what makes the NFL special, man. And I don't think, I'm not one of these people that thinks Tom's going to retire. I think he's got, I can't see for the life of me a guy going out on a losing note. Now, I understand, for Tom, it's Super Bowl or nothing else is good enough. I get that. But you dealt with so much this year. I mean, think about it. You dealt with Antonio Brown's saga. You had a bunch of other stuff between you and the team. There was a lot of drama on the team.
Yeah.
And I felt like he led them through that. And I think that I just can't see him going out like this. If you lost in the Super Bowl, okay. All right.
But again, wait. I'm asking this, and I've asked this for the last decade when everybody's been talking about Tom retiring.
Yeah.
You've got Giselle's Bunchton at home.
I'm for real.
Her Bunchton is pretty nice.
I'm for real.
Are you telling me that Giselle's Bunchton isn't enough to get you out of to retire?
Where is Aaron right now?
I don't know why you played that drop, but my point is.
Tom's won. He's got the girl, and his family likes him.
So go home and pound box. Like, why are you giving it? Like, you can't tell me his brain hasn't taken a beating. Go home and live what quality life you have left, because NFLers don't have long lives once they retire.
Just so you can go to Pound Town.
Yeah, go home. Go get Giselle's Bunchton. Like, why wouldn't you?
Giselle's Bunchton.
Yes.
Incredible.
Is that on the line?
No, it's great. I love it. Just like Tom loves it.
I'm just saying. Yeah, go get Giselle's Bunchton. Go make out with your young children and be Tom Brady.
How do you do it with the names? Giselle's Bunchton, Nick's Chubb. How do you do it, bro?
It comes naturally.
Yeah, that's what they all say, huh?
Yeah, hey baby, I take ashwagandha. The point is, if I'm Tom Brady, I'm done. You have nothing left to prove. It's not your fault they lost. You lost like that.
No, you did your damn job.
And by the way, the NFC is going to be a monster next year. The Bears are back. Like, I mean, you're in real trouble.
I don't know if we're going to say the Bears are back.
Chicago Bears.
Yeah. Are they playing in Chicago
Heights.
or in Arlington?
I knew you were going there.
Yeah.
I knew you were going. By the way,
you.
the Bears have interviewed 77 candidates for general manager.
You're casual.
The Bears don't have a GM. They don't have a head coach. I need a new co-host. And Jake's got a broken arm. It is what it is. Chris Karn says, KC threw 188 yards after the 2-minute warning. The Bears did that 8 times this year. Thank you, Chris. KC versus the Bills made me even more depressed as a Bears fan. That was next level play. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But by the way, can we stop saying, oh, wow, Pat Mahomes was a little sweet. He went down the field in 14 seconds. Unlike Dak Prescott.
Hey, guys.
Who ran one play. You realize Dallas had no timeouts, and Kansas City's Kansas City, and they had 2.
Yeah, next question.
And I think he threw the last pass between his legs. I mean, the arm angles that Patty Mahomes uses, come on. But get some hair implants. Anyway, the point is, Jake, I don't know.
Woo.
Totally predicted the championship game QBs, Jeremy Bolton says. Janine Garofalo versus Stafford. Rodgers and Brady are out.
First time in 12 years, I think it is.
That they're not in the championship game. I hate Aaron Rodgers.
What a hack. He wears number 12, too. What a joke, dude.
I hate Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, what a joke.
By the way,
You are fake.
Do the 49ers regret not drafting him?
No.
Probably not. I mean, he's won 1 Super Bowl. I get it.
It just doesn't feel like, I don't know, man. Aaron Rodgers is just that sports conversation that you're either on this side or that side. There's no in between. You either are about him or you hate him.
Let's take
dude.
out the Sharon Rodgers COVID till your family hates you. Danica wasn't hot when you were dating her conversation.
Stop disrespecting me, bro.
Yeah, and let's talk about, on the whole, Hall of Famer, no doubt about it, right?
No doubt about it. Yep.
But is he a guy that you want to lead your franchise?
No.
If you are, think about teams that are good, not great. Okay, if you're the Denver Broncos, who he's been heavily linked to, if you're the Denver Broncos, do you want to go and trade for Aaron Rodgers
for
right
2
now?
seasons? Yeah, for 2 seasons.
I think you probably do.
You want to put him in a position to make a run.
If you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, do you go and try and get Aaron Rodgers?
No, nope.
You don't think you do?
Too much history. Too much. That's just not how they. The Broncos, with all due respect, I don't feel like have the heritage that the Steelers have. The Steelers have always been an organization that prides themselves on being classy and sticking through the tough stuff and you know what I mean? They're not that organization that's just rolling over head coaches and seems to have turmoil and stuff. So I don't think that they would be an organization that would go and get him, but I do think, the Denver Broncos of the world, I do think that
what if you're the San Francisco 49ers?
Yeah, if you're the 49ers, you would definitely be interested. I think if you're the Tennessee Titans, you're interested.
If you are the Oakland Las Vegas Raiders.
Yes, you're definitely interested. You're a team that needs a guy that can take you over the top. I love Derek Carr, but he's not Aaron Rodgers.
If you're the Seattle Seahawks, this was talked about yesterday on or Friday on Mad Dog Radio.
No, the Seahawks are too soft. They wouldn't be able to handle that front office. In my opinion, is too soft for the media storm that he would be bringing.
Okay. I hear you. Joshua Erickson, by the way, everybody who's here right now, please give us a thumbs up.
Please
If everybody
subscribe.
here right now gives us a thumbs up and subscribes to our channel, it makes a big difference for us, so please do that. Joshua Erickson says, Aaron Rodgers gives your team a floor, but he also gives you a ceiling. Ooh,
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, well, it's true, though.
Love
I mean, it's
that.
a great point. I mean, I can't even tell you off the top of my head what the Super Bowl year was, how long it's been now. But what we do know is that he's consistently in the NFC Championship game, and he consistently gets his ass handed
Wasn't
to
it
him.
2011? 2010? I mean, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, no doubt. Neville93 says, good morning, bros. What a game with the Rams and Buccaneers.
2011.
Yep. Oh, the Russians are back.
God damn it.
The Russians are back. Dadgummit.
Yeah.
I think that Matthew Stafford's one of the great stories in the NFL.
Agreed.
I think he bet on himself and won.
Well, and I think Sean McVay just saved his job for another year at least.
Yeah. I think, Sean McVay, he's got to win this game. You have got to exercise your 49er demons here if you're the Rams. I mean, by the way, Kyle Shanahan may have saved his job because you're winning that game at Lambeau with Jimmy Garoppolo.
I agree with the people who say that Kyle Shanahan-led teams don't execute 95% of the time at the highest of levels, and that's why they find themselves in those positions. But I also agree on the other side, that same person is saying, hey, when you're in the clutch, when it matters most, when you've got to make the play, the 49ers make the play. And that's why they win games, and that's what I think, it may not be pretty. It may not be, what you want, but they're winning games. And that's what matters. Now, will that luck come to an end? Probably at some point, I would think. But I just think that the same credit we're giving Sean McVay, we got to give Kyle Shanahan. I mean, that is a hell of a win, man.
Shout out to C. Baca 27, Rude Pup 801, Simba Franco, and again, Knight at 25, James Knight. All those guys followed us here in the last 10 minutes.
Shout out to
on
Mobamba.
TikTok because they're trying to win the PS5. We're giving away a PS5 on TikTok. The Monty Show, MONTY, the Monty Show _ is how you follow us on TikTok. And when we get to 5,000, we will give away a PS5 there. All right, let's switch gears. Who's going to win the Super Bowl real quick?
The Rams.
Ooh.
I think it's the Rams. I think they're playing good football.
Rams and Chiefs?
Rams and Chiefs. And I think that Joe Burrow's story will end this coming week, but I think he is going to put up a massive fight.
Joe Burrow or Josh Allen?
I think Joe Burrow would be a better quarterback than Josh Allen if Joe Burrow had what Josh Allen has to work with.
Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert?
Joe Burrow. Because he's doing it.
Joe Burrow by far.
His teams are in the same position.
And I love Justin Herbert. That's my dude. Joe Burrow's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy, the leadership, the swag, the cigar, it's amazing.
It's everything.
I mean,
the sunglasses postgame. Yeah.
Joe Burrow's cigar or Bill Clinton's cigar?
Monica, what do you think?
Sorry. My bad. Let's talk about buying real estate before we get out of here today. So we have a lot of people have been asking us about our side hustles. We have really pared down what we're doing outside of the Yelpatory. So for those of you, Chris Karn is CBACA 27.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
Like
Appreciate
that.
you, bro.
Good to see you. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, Jake and I work at Yelp full-time. We do this show full-time.
Mm-hmm.
And we were doing...
that's two jobs right there.
Yeah, we were doing a bunch of side hustles. And we did okay.
Well, let's be clear. Side hustle to the side hustle.
Yeah. Yeah, because this show is really the side hustle. Even we make no money. We lose because we give away Xboxes and shit. But anyway, the point is...
Buy shirts. Thanks.
Buy shirts, please. We're begging you. DM us. We have
please.
XL and 2XL. And today I will knock out the You're a Casual shirt.
Oh, and by the way, we
didn't
didn't even say if you buy a shirt, you get extra entries into the Xbox giveaway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, if you buy a shirt from us for
let me hold this up really
$25,
quick.
yeah, hold this shirt up again. I'm terrible. Here's how the Xbox giveaway works. You must be subscribed to our YouTube channel. If you're on an audio podcast or if you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up. If you are subscribed to the channel, you are automatically entered to win the Xbox. Series X. If you buy a t-shirt, you get 4 entries to win the Xbox.
Plus the entry you already had, so 5 entries. But
you must be subscribed. That's 1 entry if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you buy a shirt from us for $25, that's 4 more entries. So if you buy a shirt, you're 5 to everybody's 1 opportunity to win the Xbox.
So let's say, so basically the way it breaks down is every $5 you spend on apparel, you're getting 1 entry, if that makes sense. So that's why I say, buy 5 shirts, and all of a sudden you have more entries.
There you go. And we're also giving away a PlayStation 5 on our TikTok channel.
Yeah.
Subscribe, The Monty Show _ It's MONTY, The Monty Show _ on TikTok.
Do it.
Pretty simple. So we're doing all these. We were doing all these side hustles.
We've tried Amazon. We've tried. I mean, what?
And I think Amazon actually has made us money. The affiliate links that are in the description below. There's an at-home COVID test. Our favorite protein bar is there. Like all kinds of different stuff in the affiliate links below.
Yeah, check those out.
But my point is, we've really pared that down, and our goal for 2022 is to really harness the financial advantage that we currently have, because we are debt-free and we do pretty well at Yelp.
Mm-hmm.
So the way we've decided to do that is through real estate. Now, let me just tell you that the real estate situation is frustrating a little bit. And if you've tried to buy a house in the state of Utah, you know this. At the height of the pandemic, there were less than 1,000 homes available for sale in the entire state. I believe the number was 987.
The coronavirus.
As the pandemic has rolled on, and guys like Aaron Rodgers haven't gotten vaccinated, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Anyway, as the pandemic's rolled on, more homes have come onto the market. Pre-pandemic, we were at 4,700 on average every day in the state of Utah. We are back to that number now. But that doesn't mean that you've been able to easily buy a home again. On average, at the height of the pandemic, if you were selling a house and trying to buy a house, every home that was on the market at the height of the pandemic was getting on average 35 offers. Think about that. You're competing with 35 other people. So we're trying to buy a condo right now as a buy and hold. We're going to rent it out. And we're competing with somebody else's offer. And we go look at this one condo, and I think we have a good chance to get it. But there's another, there's another There's another townhouse in South Jordan that we wanted to buy. I hate you. There's another townhouse in South Jordan we wanted to buy. That is $75,000 over market value.
Insane.
$75,000 over market value. How, the whys, I don't know. But it's I think at a minimum, $75,000 over market value.
Yeah.
And it's just sitting here empty. And it's a company called Open Door. And I'm telling you, it is a scourge of the real estate industry. And trying to buy homes right now is very difficult. It is very, very challenging.
Yes. I agree.
I think the most difficult part, for those of you who don't know what Open Door is essentially is a wholesale company. You go to Open Door and say, hey, I need to sell my house quick. They'll give you cash, and now they own your home. And they're going to list it, and they're going to put a percentage that they need to make on that house. And this one happens to be $75,000 over market value.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy.
I think it's terrible for the market. So my point is that the real estate markets, the damage that we've seen from the pandemic is that everything is overpriced, and people are so desperate that some people will pay that far over market value.
Yeah.
And hey, for a guy like me, I've owned my townhouse in Daybreak for a year and 2 months, and I'm into 6 figures of equity. I'm into a ridiculous amount of equity.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Donnie,
if I don't die from this cough, what my point is real estate. I am begging you to get into real estate. If you do not own a home, I am begging you to own a home. Go and buy a house. If you have money in the bank and you are able to qualify for a mortgage, please go buy a house. If you have a mortgage and you qualify for a second, or you can buy an investment property, I'm begging you to do that. Because it is one of the true, I think, examples of how income is resilient even through things like the pandemic.
Yeah.
Real estate has withstood the pandemic. People are making, like my house in Phoenix, when I sold my house in Phoenix, at the height of the pandemic, I made an absolute killing on that house.
Yeah.
And if you're not into real estate, I'm telling you, you are struggling. The market, all of my holdings on the stock market are in the crapper. My home value is as high as it's ever been. The house I currently own in South Jordan is valued at its all-time high. I am going to leverage that.
Yeah.
I am going to use that equity. I am trying to pick up buy and hold properties now. And I think if you're not trying to get into real estate, you're crazy. If you are a 20-something, overwhelmingly, the demographic that listens to this show is 25 to 34. Please take my advice. Get your financial house in order right now. If you are renting if you're renting an apartment and you drive a Corvette, sell the Corvette and buy a house. If you are in credit card debt, cut all of your credit cards up right now. And make a commitment to get yourself debt-free. Get your credit. If your credit score is under 650, do everything that you can do to get that credit score above 650 and buy a home.
Yeah.
The minute it's 650, go buy a home.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way that you are going to thrive in this economy. Because I don't know of a time, and I don't even think that I'm being sensational. I don't think that I'm being over the top with this. I don't remember a time in my 49 years on earth. Yeah. And let's say in my 30 years of adulting, right? I'm 49, just about to be 49. In my 30 years of adulting, and I moved out of my parents' house when I was 18. So in my 30 years of adulting, I never remember a time when there has been such a plethora of ability to make money. It is easy to get a job. It is easy to get a high-paying job. It is easy to make money right now. But the catch is you can't make that money on a paycheck.
Yeah. You
need to take that paycheck and turn it into something that's an LLC or an S-Corp or something where you work for yourself.
Yeah.
Because, sitting in the hot tub last night, Mrs. Monty and I were talking about it. It's what we've talked about on this show 1,000 times.
Right.
The tax code is not set up for you to get a paycheck.
No, it punishes you for getting a paycheck.
Absolutely right. And what do I constantly tell you guys? A paycheck is the drug they give you to make you forget your dreams. And I'm telling you now, if you do not have a side hustle that is capable of being scaled into a full-time money-making operation, you're doing it wrong. If you do not have a concept in your mind of something you'd like to build, talk about it in the hot tub last night. Today, and Chris Karn, you and I probably need to connect on this. I need to open a Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
There's a reason, I think Shaq owns over 200 smash burgers. One of the richest individuals we have ever met owns over 150 Subways. Mm-hmm. There's a reason guys like that do that.
Yeah.
Because they're absent.
It's income. The terminology is income streams. You need the ideal number is 7. And ideally, of those 7, you're only having to put real work and time into one of those. You'd really like to be residual on most of those, passive, if you will, on most of those. So, I just think that I think the tough part is, and I think what folks in your position, don't have to deal with is like a lot of people my age, and this is not the position I'm in, but I know a ton of people my age who are in this position, which is, again, for millennials, hey, go to college, rack up the debt, carry that debt. And now the pandemic's come through and you either have a job that you hate and you're in debt, so you're not in a position to go and get a mortgage even if your credit score is above 650. these people my age, you told me something like 2 weeks ago that millennials are buying homes with dual income, right?
Yes.
They're instead of renting. And that's the frustrating part for me is I don't have that luxury and you guys do. I don't have the luxury of, making combined like $250 a year with my girlfriend or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not there with it yet. And so that's the hard part. It's like you got to find, like for me, to take advantage of this, Utah first-time homebuyer program or whatever, where you don't have to bring.
Incredible.
It is incredible, but it's a kick in the bag because it has to be an FHA approved property.
But 99 out of 100 homes are FHA
except for
approved.
the one that I want.
Yeah. Well, because it's in a condo complex and it is. Yeah. Anyway, the point is, there's no reason that you shouldn't be exploring buying a home. There is no reason that, and I don't care how old you are, there's no reason that you are not trying to get out of your paycheck job.
Buy and hold real estate is time tested. It's not in question. It's not to be debated. Having properties and renting those properties to people is a tried and true method to building generational wealth.
Rec One says 100% agree on that financial advice. Chris Karn says, Monty, I created an S Corp last year and it's the best thing I could have done. I'm telling you, and if you don't, like, one of the things I don't fully understand is how to weaponize my tax situation.
Yeah.
And so I'm surrounding myself. I'm kind of, as we sit here speaking, I'm building a team that can help me do that.
Yeah.
And I'm really trying to figure out, what is exactly the right way to go about, building a situation where I can maximize my write-offs. Because I travel a lot and I want to be able to write off a large percentage of my travel. Is a perfect example. Like we're going to be in LA for 2 weeks in the beginning of February. I want to be able to write off the expense that comes with that trip.
We will be doing shows from LA, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, we're not taking days.
Don't hit me in the DMs with no show, bro. No, there's going to be a show.
Chris Karn says it's a major change in how we earn. Figure out how to make the tax code work for you, not against you. Exactly right, Chris. See?
Yeah.
That's why you want to surround yourself with like-minded people. People that will. One of the things that we tend to do too much in this world is we'll talk like parent-child is a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
You'll go to your parents and say, I don't want to go to college. Your parents will ostracize you, criticize you.
What a loser.
Like you'll go to your parents and say, hey, I'm going to go to college, but I want to major in X, Y, or Z.
Y'all about to fuck this up.
You'll go to your parents and you'll say, hey, I don't think I'm going to go to college. I want to start a clothing line. And your parents will be like, you're an idiot. You're a failure.
What an idiot.
Right? Like you'll go to your parents and like Jake came to me. Jake is my son, by the way, for those of you who don't know. Jake came to me when it was time for him to go to a 4-year institution. He said, I don't want to do that. I want to go snowboard. I want to go work at a resort. So we figured it out. We actually went to culinary school together so that he could have a trade. Now, are you still cooking and are you still snowboarding? No, you're not.
Oh, I'm still snowboarding.
Well, but not as a living, right?
Yeah.
But so I think as parents, we do our children a disservice when we force them to do what we think they should do.
Yeah.
I think what we have to do is we have to have open conversations that say, okay, look, listen, if you don't want to go to college, and this is what I said to Jake, if you don't want to go to college, you're not going to sit on the couch. You're not going to figure it out. If you're not going to go to college, you need to have a path. Or you're going to be in college while you build that path. One of the two, because you're just not going to give days away. But listen, if you don't want to go to college, you want to cook and you want to go snowboard, let's figure out how to make that work for you. And we did. And it's worked out perfectly. My point is, we cannot give in to societal pressure.
Yeah.
You have to have the balls to go and do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have the courage to fail. You have to have the courage to stand up for yourself when you say, I'm not going to college, I'm going to get into real estate instead. I'm not going to go to college, I'm going to open up a clothing boutique instead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go to college, I'm going to do whatever it is I want to do, and I hope you'll support me in my efforts to do that. That's the path that we need to teach our kids to take. And we need to stop worrying about, algebra and start worrying about financial information in high school.
Like the tax code?
We need to stop teaching kids algebra and start teaching them how the tax code works. We need to stop teaching kids about quadratic equations and start teaching them how to manage their money, because they're not holding cash in their pocket anymore. They have a credit card in their pocket that is killing them.
The school system was created to put out employees.
I hope
everybody understands that.
It's just so difficult to understand.
Yeah.
When you're a 16-year-old kid, all you want is a credit card and like in Utah, all you want is a credit card and a ski pass.
Yeah.
But the problem is you can't live on those credit cards. Credit cards are a tool. They are not a crutch.
Yeah.
And I just think we force people to do things they're not passionate about.
Yeah.
And so you wind up living a life that you're not happy with.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want kids and you don't want a degree, what is wrong with saying, hey, I don't, in our community, you know what, Mom? I just don't relate to the church.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to have 5 kids. I don't want to have kids at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's so stereotypical. The things we do to we as parents.
Yep.
Man, we damage our kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Justin Salas says the biggest problem we have is caring too much what people think of us, so we don't do what we really want to do for fear of judgment. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, Kay Nurin, you're exactly right. Wealth is created, not found working 9 to 5.
Yep.
Wealth is created. That is exactly right. Exactly right.
So all of this to say, we're trying to acquire a condo.
Yeah, and we're giving away a PS5, and I see a bunch of you came through and continue to follow us on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
We're giving away this PS5 on TikTok. Jeremy Bolton, hey, good to see you. Jesse Chatwin, 1991, appreciate you. Diamond Modify, appreciate you. Everybody following us on TikTok, I really appreciate that. Way to go. Once we get to 5,000, we're going to give away this PS5 on TikTok.
Yep.
All you have to do to win this Xbox Series S, or X rather, excuse me, that's a huge faux pas. All you have to do to win this Xbox Series X is subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want 5 opportunities to win the Xbox, buy a shirt from us. DM me on Twitter or Instagram, The Monty Show, MONTY, The Monty Show.
We got a few of these left.
I promise you today I will order the Monty Show shirt that is for the casuals.
You're a casual.
It will say you're a casual on it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a design for that.
Yep.
So I promise you that we will do that.
You're a casual.
For everybody who buys a $25 shirt, you get 5 opportunities to win the Xbox to everybody else's 1.
Mm-hmm.
Not rocket science. Buy a shirt. DM me. It's $25. Right now we're doing Venmo. So you can either Venmo us at The Monty Show _. Our Venmo name is at The Monty Show _.
Mm-hmm.
You can Venmo $25. We need your address and your shirt size. Right now it's 2X and XL. But I promise you today I will get with our guy that designed our shirt and we will get you. Get you a
Next
new
drop,
shirt.
we will have smalls and mediums in a full range.
We will run from small all the way up to well, one guy wanted a 3X. So we'll see. We'll probably run small to 2X.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be what everybody wants. eBay the Sofa Surfer says, I am getting destroyed in the stock market. I'm in uranium, but it's okay. It'll come back before the market does, but it hurts to watch the short term. Mrs. Monty and I were looking at our portfolio last week. Don't look at it.
Yeah.
Because the stock market's down now. It will rally.
Yeah.
And you'll be true. Eric DeVera says kids need to be taught financing and how to spend money and how to suck it up. How to suck it up, earn money as a performance and character to get them a long way in life instead of teaching them gender fluidity.
Yeah.
Truth.
Okay.
All right, play the music because we got to go.
Yeah.
It's L1, man. I ain't got time to be sitting here, man.
Yeah.
Please give us a thumbs up. If you're watching the show, give us a thumbs up. Again, find me on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok, The Monty Show _. When we get to 5,000 followers on TikTok, one of our followers on TikTok will win the PS5. Subscribe to our channel. You're entered to win the Xbox. Buy a shirt. You get 5 entries for everybody else's 1. Pretty simple. Until tomorrow, say goodbye, Jake.
Goodbye, Jake.